Hey, what's going on? You're tuned into the Daily Geek right here on SweetGeekTV. I am your host, Griffin Grandberg, and you know what? Today is February 10th, 2009, episode 120th. What is it about February where it's just like the whole month just blows past at like rapid pace? I don't know what it is. We're already on the 10th. That's crazy. But you know what? Let's get to the Geek News. Starting off with story number one. Have you ever heard of Tyler and Cameron Winklevoss? Probably not. Maybe if you have, this is probably the last time you're going to hear about them. They were the people behind ConnectU, which is the company that hired Mark Zuckerberg back in the day before the Facebook, right? While he worked there, he was a programmer. Then, of course, he went and started the Facebook, possibly using some of ConnectU's, actual money. Then, they switched to actual Facebook instead of the Facebook. And then ConnectU went on a suing rampage against Facebook and Mark Zuckerberg. And you know what? It did not go to court. In fact, Mark Zuckerberg and Facebook settled. No one knew exactly how much that Facebook paid, but now we know they paid $65 million, which is huge and big because they must have had something on Mark Zuckerberg. He must have did something wrong. I don't know exactly why. I don't know if we'll ever know, but it's kind of interesting to see that, Facebook paying up $65 million on that settlement. That's pretty awesome. Story number two, Twitter is talking monetization. I might just have a heart attack, okay? Because Twitter does not talk about monetization. Yeah, they do. As of, like a day ago or something like that. As you know, Twitter has taken $20 million in VC funding, actually looking for another $20 million in VC capital as well, which would value at almost $250 million. Now, they're talking monetization. How are they going to monetize this Twitter, this crazy monster that they call Twitter? Well, it looks like they're going to offer some sort of business commercial accounts that's going to allow some sort of usability that's not available for regular users in the sense that you'll be able to find different things. Comcast and Zappos and a lot of other companies are actually using Twitter to communicate with the customers, especially ones that are unhappy, to try to make them happy, that type of deal. Word of mouth goes a long way, especially on Twitter, and when you have like 12,000 friends or whatever. But at any rate, so this is basically the deal. The commercial business accounts with some sort of capability like search.twitter.com, except for more geared towards commercial accounts. So once we know exactly what's going to happen and how this plays out, I will let you know about it right here on the Daily Geek. Moving on, story number three. How much time does an average teenager spend online? I'll give you 1 second to guess. And if you guessed somewhere around 12, that's probably what I would do too. But it turns out, a survey says 31 hours. That's nearly 5 hours a day online, which makes me want to vomit. That's right. And not the self-induced kind, okay? This is like hearing 31 hours online. Bleh! I cannot believe it, okay? Then again, when I was a young geek boy, I was online a lot, okay? But, I was doing websites. I was developing, I was doing some hardcore business back in the day, okay? I wasn't just surfing Facebook, YouTube, homework, and all this crap that they're saying that people are doing just now, the instant messaging, that type of thing. It's kind of sad, actually, in my opinion. Story number four. Why doesn't the G1 have multi-touch capability when the hardware can handle it and there's videos that prove that it's possible? Well, it looks like Apple actually told Google, hey, would you please not put multi-touch into the Android platform, and you know what? They complied. Not only because Apple probably would have sued them, okay? And Apple didn't want to do that in the first place. They have a good relationship with Google in the sense that they provide Google Maps and Google Search right there bundled into your iPhone. And Google, of course, isn't going to let that type of partnership go down the drain for one little functionality that really, in my opinion, isn't even that amazing anyways. So that is basically why there's no multi-touch. Now, if you want to see multi-touch for the G1, of course, some geek went ahead and made that. Go check it out in the interesting link section on their main site, SweetGeekTV, for that video. Story number five, just a quick note that Android Market is rumored to be starting maybe this week or next week, which would mean for pay applications, applications you actually buy, like the App Store for the iPhone. That's kind of cool. Lots of developers are going to like this. More developers coming to Android. I said it this year. That's one of my big predictions. That Android's market is just going to go gangbusters, especially with all the different phones and the, paid marketplace, that type of deal. But better believe it. Once we know for sure when it launches or once it happens to launch, I'm going to let you know about it right here on the Daily Geek. Moving on, story number six, last story of the day. Windows 7, the complete guide by Gizmodo is awesome. It is definitely worth your time to check out. We're running Windows 7 on a cheap old Dell laptop, and you know what? It's spectacular! Believe it! So go check that out on the interesting link section on our main site, SweetGeekTV. That is the must-see link of the day. And there you have it. That is the Geek News for February 10, 2009, episode 120 of the Daily Geek. I am your host, Griffin Granberg for SweetGeekTV. The question of the day, how many hours do you spend online? It's a very simple one. You can just type the number. You don't have to say anything. All you people watching, over 600 people watching the Daily Geek every single day. Can you believe it? I can barely believe it myself. Leave me a comment no matter what site you're on. I will come back to every single comment left. I'm interested to hear how many hours you spend online per week. And there you have it. Let's do a hump day edition of the Daily Geek tomorrow. And you know what? I will see you then.